Previously on Adequately Advanced Magic.
The three of you on the stairs roll down and head towards the back. As you hit the back area, you see that one of the fancy levitating vehicles is gone. You also see the two Knoll chefs looking at you, plus the guard, and they're all very surprised.
Are you all okay?
I mean...
I'm asking the chefs and the guard.
Don't care about us.
The one chef who replies, he says, yeah, maybe?
It was crazy in there. This detective just started shooting people, and then Rork was getting out. We have to go see if he's okay. Which way did he go?
Go ahead and do a deception check.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Inspiringly deceptive.
22.
He bolted down the alleyway.
Left or right?
Right.
Thank you. Be safe. And then I gesture for our friends to follow after.
Yep. Hot pursuit.
Meanwhile, there is a unpiloted levitating SUV nearby.
Alright, shall we take off after Rork?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Vroom, vroom.
Welcome to Falcon's Reach, a city in which magic is technology. You're listening to Adequately Advanced Magic.
Here, Niklaus and Sears, the three of you have just burst out of the Knoll club, and after a short discussion with the Knolls that are in the back, you've determined that Rork has fled in a levitating SUV, which, just for the sake of simplicity, we'll say is a fantasy Land Rover.
Nice.
Ooh.
Rather conveniently, there's a second fantasy Land Rover sitting right next to you. And we'll say Rork's is silver and this one's black.
To, nobody in particular, Cirrus is like, I'm going to have to commandeer this fantasy Land Rover. And I open the door.
You hop on in. Which seat do you take?
Take the driver's seat.
Yeah.
This can only end in success. I'm excited for this. Niklaus enters the vehicle.
Yeah, which seat do you take?
Passenger side. Shotgun. Fantasy shotgun.
Herkier takes the back seat. All of it.
Nice. And what do you guys do?
Niklaus turns and looks at Cirrus expectingly.
Cirrus has driven a police car before, so she can, and we drove here, so this is...
Unlike your spiritual vehicle, this vehicle does in fact have a steering wheel.
Uh-oh.
I take a deep breath. I've shadowed plenty of other officers driving their police cars, so this should be no problem. I start up the car.
Yeah, the vehicle starts levitating off the floor. You take a second to adjust all the mirrors.
Yeah. Yes, I've read through the safety regulations for driving police squad cars several times, so I go through all the steps. I'm like, is everybody's seatbelt buckled?
Herkier's like, go! Go!
I'm like, it's not worth it if one of us dies in a horrible accident.
Yeah, the scene cuts to Rork peeling away. Meanwhile...
Okay, fine. I start the car and give chase.
Yeah, you zoom off in a big gust of wind.
I'm a little taken aback by how fast it is.
Yeah, those fantasy Land Rovers are fancy.
They've got 4 levitator drive.
Seriously, you bring the vehicle out of the alleyway and onto the main street. It's still about midday right now, but at street level, it's still relatively dark from all the shadows cast by the tall buildings. The road itself is not particularly busy, but there are generally a pretty decent number of pedestrians.
Oh, so they could be targets. Yes.
Yeah, rules of engagement are loosened for this one. Yep. In the distance, about 90 feet away, you see Rork in his silver fantasy Land Rover, and he's peeling out.
Banana peels everywhere.
Do either of you have any sort of prestidigitation magic?
Nope.
Yeah?
Can you make police car lights appear on the top of the car?
Unfortunately, I'm not able to do that.
Okay, I'll
Why are you even here then?
Cirrus is like, wee woo, wee woo. And, speeds up.
Does she continue to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Nicholas is like, oh, wait, no, yeah, I can do it. And then it just prestidigitates the lights on top. No, the sound. He'll do the sound. He doesn't want to hear that. So he'll make it the police sound. But it's just close to Cirrus, so that it sounds loud to her.
Okay, cool. So when we go through traffic lights, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Cirrus, now that she's convinced everybody on the street knows that this is a police vehicle, gives chase and floors it.
Yeah, and we're gonna roll initiative.
I got a 5.
Nicholas got 14.
Cirrus gets a 3.
Rork got a 17.
Oh, he fast.
Well, he does have a head start and is driving a familiar vehicle, I assume.
Yep. The round starts with Rork, who just speeds up down the street. And it's Niklaus's turn.
Niklaus will attempt to help Cirrus navigate in the sense that he's like, swerve to the left, there's a car coming on the right, or watch out for that old lady pushing the cart full of vegetables. So to
10 points if you sideswipe that knoll.
help as much as he can with navigation.
Okay.
Like, I see it! And I avoid. I say that every so often and avoid whatever obstacle he is directing me to.
And it's Kirkir's turn.
Okay. I'm going to cast guidance on Cirrus, so that if she needs to roll an ability check, she has an extra 1d4
Nice.
for the next minute.
Seriously, feel encouraged by all the friendship that's going on right now, and also the massive fear of explosion and death.
Cirrus is having quite the adrenaline rush right now.
And it's your turn, Cirrus.
All right, well, with all this encouragement, I'm going to attempt to take a shortcut.
Drive through the lobby of that building.
Not that kind of shortcut, but maybe there's maybe there's an alley that we can go through and appear on the other side, and all of a sudden we've caught up to them.
Yeah, go ahead and do a survival check.
Oh, I'm bad at that. Oh no. Okay. And you said I have some sort of bonus on this?
I think you have advantage and guidance.
So you have an extra 1d4.
That will be an 18.
Yeah. You sort of have this moment where you deduce which direction Rork is headed in, based on your knowledge of the neighborhood. And you swing a hard right into an apparently abandoned alleyway, and you just punch it.
Tokyo Drift style, right?
Yeah.
Nice. And before I do that, I'm like, hey guys, check this out.
Yeah. The passengers of the vehicle hold on
For dear life.
for dear life as Cirrus Tokyo drifts the vehicle into an alley and then back out, and it brings you about 30 feet closer to behind where Rork is. As both Rork and you guys round the corner, from behind you, you hear the sounds of Knoll hyena laughter.
Oh my god.
What does that sound like, Joey?
It's just like, and you see the fantasy levitating Crown Vic appear with at least 2 to 3 gnolls sticking their heads out and waving guns.
Are there tongues flapping in the breeze?
Yes.
Nice.
In addition to the Crown Vic, you also see 3 levitating bikes, each with 2 gnolls on them, and they're also following behind you at about 60 feet.
Ugh.
At the top of the order, Rork just continues driving, and then it's Niklaus's turn.
How far away are the gnolls behind us?
60 feet.
Niklaus will kind of look out the passenger side window to the gnolls in the back. He'll pull out a discharged Magitech pistol that doesn't have any Magitech or Magitech left in it, but he'll act like he's shooting from it when he casts Ray of Frost. But before he does, he looks at one of the gnolls on the bike, and targeting the driver, he'll cast Hex with the bonus action to give him disadvantage on dexterity checks, and then he'll shoot the Ray of Frost.
Yeah.
It's 19 to hit.
19 hits, and also the vehicles themselves are targetable too.
In that case, well, I have to target the person because I don't think Hex works on. I don't think I can curse a bike.
Yeah.
So I'll still target the bike rider, but I'll be targeting his
The front tire
hands,
just deflates.
I guess, to lock his hands to the controls. So it does 10 cold damage.
Yeah, you blast him with the Ray of Frost, and little particles of ice start forming on his helmet and his black suit jacket.
Meanwhile, he yells to Cirrus, "We got company behind us. You gotta catch up to work fast."
This is a police vehicle. They would never attack us. I take note of that.
As you say, they would never.
They would never.
A volley of fire comes from the Fantasy Crown Vic, as well as from the levitating bikes. One of the gnolls from the Fantasy Crown Vic pulls out a shotgun and unleashes a salvo of magic dart. That's what it's called, right?
Are you talking about magic missile?
Magic missile. I wrote down the effect but forgot the name. One of the gnolls pulls out a shotgun and he shoots some magic missiles at your fantasy Land Rover.
Oh no.
And they slam into the back of the vehicle, breaking the glass. And it does some 10 damage to your vehicle.
Uh-oh.
Out of how much?
You don't know.
Okay.
All we know now is the back has been shut out.
Yeah. Meanwhile, a couple of rays of frost also make their way towards your car. First one is a nat 1.
It makes its way somewhere else.
Second is a 22. And the third is a nat 20.
Jesus.
Oh well, it was fun while it lasted.
The first shot goes wide and, freezes some port fruit vendor's cart. And he's like, "Not my fruit!"
It was mango. It's fine. It'll be frozen mango. He'll make a killing.
The next one slams into the car and freezes the back left chunk of it. And it does another 6 damage. And for the nat 20, the Ray of Frost hits one of the levitating mechanisms,
Uh-oh.
essentially freezing it shut. It does 15 damage, and now you're 3 out of 4 on the levitating mechanisms. And it's back to Hukir's turn.
Hirkir will grab his magic pistol with Ray of Frost and shoot it at the car behind him through the now shattered glass. How many rounds are per Magitite?
For the pistols, it's 5.
5 rounds, okay. Natural 1.
Oh, God.
You pull out your magic pistol and you take aim, and it flies past both the car and the motorcycles, and it hits that mango stand.
Oh,
Again.
that poor guy.
Yeah, the guy's just like, "No! My mangoes."
Next bonus arc.
And it's Cirrus's turn.
Okay. Cirrus, having been completely wrong about these gnolls not attacking the car that they're in, is just flabbergasted and cannot believe the audacity of these hooligans, but also recognizes that they really messed the car up pretty bad, and so she's going to prepare to try to avoid future incoming attacks, so she'll be taking the dodge action for the car.
Nice. Rork continues down the street and eventually reaches a roundabout. You see that in the center there's a giant statue of a dragon, and he continues to circle around the roundabout for much longer than he really should. So now it's Rork in the front, followed by you guys, followed by the Crown Vic and the 3 levitating bikes. Just going around in circles and circles around this roundabout.
This inevitably ends with a car crashing into that statue.
Nah.
It's just science. It's just science.
Rork is going to attempt to speed up a little bit to gain some distance from you guys. And he rolls a 5. And it goes over to Niklaus.
Niklaus will again shoot at the same bike he was shooting at before, assuming they're still within range.
Yep.
And so he'll do a ranged spell attack, pretending to use the Magitech pistol. Not as good. That's going to be a 12 to hit.
A 12 does not hit. Well, yeah, it does not hit.
Okay, shot goes wide, and Niklaus yells to Cirrus, "If Rork gets too far ahead, just slow down. He'll come from behind, because we're going in a circle."
Slow down until Rork crashes into the Crown Vic.
That's just crazy enough to work, but I'm going to file that as Plan C.
Oh, yeah.
The guy with the shotgun continues to shoot at your car.
Joey, I hate this shotgun so much.
The magic missiles slam into the chassis of the car. Chassis?
Chassis.
Chasai.
Into the chassis of the car. Meanwhile, 2 of the levitating bikes accelerate, and they pull up alongside your car. The first one's going to pull up on the left, and they're going to try and open fire on you, Cirrus.
Me personally?
You personally, through the
Okay.
window. And they roll a 10.
Nah, not gonna do it.
Yeah. The shot hits into the door of the vehicle, and some ice forms on the side. And you notice that with all this ice starting to cover your vehicle, you're starting to slow down a little bit. The other one's going to pull up on the right and try and shoot at Niklaus. And for
They
this
know
one,
who's dangerous in this car.
And they roll an 18.
That hits.
Yeah, the ray of frost breaks through the window, dealing 5 damage.
Ouch.
And your speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn, but it doesn't really matter. And we're back to Hirkir.
Okay, so how far away are the motorcyclists on either side from me?
They're about 5 to 10 feet.
Okay, I'm going to cast Infestation on the motorcycle by Cirrus.
Mm-hmm. What do they roll?
Constitution saving throw.
They roll a nat 20.
Well, fine. Fine!
Which is like a 21. Wait, no, it's actually a...
It's fine.
Yeah, it's just a 20.
Nothing happens.
Hirkir, you try to summon a bunch of fleas, but at the speed that the motorcycle dude is going, he just drives into a cloud of them and they all just die on impact. That's not really how that works, but
He's wearing motorcycle leathers. He's protected.
yeah. The fleas just bounce off his helmet and his blazer.
This is why you always wear all the gear all the time when you're on a motorcycle.
Yes. Even gnolls wear their helmets.
Even monsters wear helmets.
And that's your friendly PSA today from Adequately Advanced Magic. Remember, share the road.
Or this could happen.
The last motorcycle is just going to blast out the car. They roll a 9, which does not hit.
I dorge it.
Cirrus's turn.
Okay. Are those 3 gnolls that were just super scared of us, and specifically me, in any of these cars?
Do you want to do a perception check to see?
Yes.
Sure.
Got a 4?
No, you don't see those gnolls. They're probably still busy chopping onions.
Okay.
It is their fate.
My plan to try to scare them won't work then. Let's see.
They're not entrusted with the very valuable vehicles that they're riding on anymore.
That's fair. That makes sense. My options are limited in terms of spells, but I could try to ram somebody. I'm just not sure if that's what Cirrus would do. So I'm trying
It's a pit maneuver. All the cops are shot at.
Cirrus, seeing that this is a life or death situation, will try to gently nudge one of these other bikes off the road.
Alright, let's do a contested dexterity check.
Okay.
Oh, is it the guy that I hexed with the dexterity ability?
It can be. Left or right, Cirrus?
Left.
Alright, they either roll a 19 or a 17.
Yeah, that's a 15.
Cirrus, you try to trap the motorcycle on the left against the roundabout wall, but he notices what you're trying to do and he manages to slow down just in time to dodge it.
Sad.
Jerk.
Oh, almost had him.
Rork finally exits the roundabout, and after continuing on for a little bit, he makes a hard left and bursts into what appears to be a warehouse/industrial building. And I just assume you follow.
Yes.
Hanging from the ceiling are nets dangling with various goods, and there's a lot of crates and barrels scattered throughout this warehouse. Meanwhile, the workers, as you blow past them, are just like, whoa!
Whoa! Hey! Whoa!
Rork is going to do a dexterity saving throw real fast, and he rolls a 16. Rork apparently spends a lot of time at the levitating vehicle track, and he expertly dodges the crates and barrels and workers.
Well, most of the workers. R.I.P. Timmy.
Timmy! And it's Niklaus's turn.
Are we still being pursued by the bikes?
Yeah, they're still behind you.
Okay. He takes another pot shot with Ray of Frost. A little bit better. That'll be 14 to hit.
A 14 hit. No, it actually does not hit. I lied.
Rip. He misses.
You're just shooting at, the knoll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does not hit.
Yep.
Your Ray of Frost bounces off his helmet. Truly, it protects you from everything. The Fantasy Crown Vic is going to continue its assault on your vehicle, launching another... Well, actually, they have to reload this turn. Yeah. You see in the rearview mirror, Cirrus, the knoll with the shotgun reloading.
Joey, I just discovered that I have proficiency in land vehicles.
Cool.
I feel like I should have mentioned. I should have noticed that before because that would have maybe impacted some rolls I did, but it's fine.
Yeah, the fantasy levitating Crown Vic continues to follow behind you.
Oh man, we're all going to be making a mess in this here warehouse, I think.
Oh, right. They also roll a dexterity saving throw. They roll a 14, which passes. The bikes continue to shoot. The one on the left pulls up to you against Sirius, and he's gonna try and open fire again. Rolls a nat 20.
Oh, ouch.
It does 11 damage.
Ah, it's so cold.
A frigid beam of blue-white light streaks past where the driver's side window previously was, and it smacks you straight in the face, and you start swerving a little bit.
Whoa.
The other one is going to pull up to Niklaus, and he's also going to open fire. And they roll a 17.
That'll hit.
Does 6 damage.
Ouch. Niklaus forgot before, but he'll remember this time to roll his concentration check for Hex.
The last motorcycle is going to continue blasting at your Land Rover, your levitating rover. Lever rover? They roll a 6, which does not hit. Shakir's turn.
All right, so how close are the motorcycles still like beside us?
Yeah, there's one to the left, one to the right, and one behind you, hovering next to the Fantasy Crown Vic.
Okay, I'm gonna try and infest the one to the left again.
Okay. They roll a 5.
That does not succeed. You will take 2d6 poison damage. So 9 points of poison damage, and moves 5 feet in a random direction if it can move, and its speed is at least 5 feet. Do you want me to roll further direction?
Sure.
I rolled a 3, which is east, but it may be blocked, since that's where we are. If that's the case, the target does not move.
The knoll on this motorcycle is suddenly accosted by fleas underneath his helmet. Mites. And they cloud up his visor, and he loses control and he smashes into the side of your vehicle.
Nice.
And then he explodes as he, flies into a bunch of crates.
Woohoo!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's a loud bang and a shudder in your vehicle as he does so.
It's fine. We're all fine here.
I am so sorry.
And it's Circe's turn.
Okay, can you describe these surroundings again?
There's a couple of nets filled with goods hanging from the ceiling of the warehouse. There's also various crates and barrels that you have to drive past, as well as basically warehouse workers that are loading and unloading things.
Okay.
Yeah, before you do anything, though, go ahead and do a dexterity saving throw to make sure you don't run into anything.
Joey, since I am proficient with land vehicles, can I add my proficiency bonus to this?
Sure.
So that was dexterity saving throw, so that'll be a 23.
Yeah, you remember the things that you learned from your police driving course.
The exact page in the manual for driving police cars where they describe this exact situation
Yeah.
pops up.
If you ever drive through a warehouse filled with...
Yeah. It's like, make
Being
sure to
pursued
dodge
by
to the
gnolls.
right.
And what else do you want to do?
Okay, so one of the motorcycles is down.
Yep.
There is one other motorcycle and a fantasy Grand Vic.
Yep.
And then Rork.
Crown Vic.
Cirrus will... Is speed up an option?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Cirrus will speed up to try to get closer to Rork. Start trying to nudge the back of his car with our car.
Go ahead and do a dexterity check.
12.
You're able to gain a little bit of distance on Rork, but all of the ice that is accumulated onto your vehicle is starting to slow you down.
We need more speed. Could somebody thaw that thing out?
Do you want me to get out back and push?
Let's save that for Plan D.
At the top of the round, Rork swings out of the warehouse and heads down the street. He blows past a crosswalk, and right after he does, in front of you, Cirrus, you see a row of halfling children holding hands and crossing the street. You do see a couple of vehicles parked on each side. It's Niklaus's turn.
Niklaus looking out the back at the bikes and the one that's been evading him for the past several minutes, and so he doesn't even notice the kids in front. He just shoots a ray of frost.
He just fireballs them.
16 to hit. That's gotta hit.
It's 16 hits.
He did it. 16 cold damage.
Wow. Yeah, your ray of frost blasts into the motorcycle behind you guys? Or the one to your, right next to you?
The one next to us.
Yeah. He starts swerving a little bit as you hit his left side. Hand is sort of stuck on the controls of the levitating bike.
Niklaus says, "Ha! Did you see that shot?" As he like pulls himself back into the car and looks out front of the windshield, seeing the group of children. He's like, "Oh my God, there's children!
50 points if you get them all.
Why would they cross the street?"
It's just like that police training video where you have to make sure you don't hit the civilians.
The Fantasy Crown Vic, the shotgun dude has reloaded and he's going to continue shooting at your Land Rover.
It's like, I can't hit the people inside. I'm just going to keep shooting the car.
It does 11 damage to the car. The car is not looking that great now. It has so far sustained 55 damage.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's perfectly fine. It's not, though. The motorcycle that is behind you guys is going to try and pull up, and he's going to try and blast Hirkir through the window.
Jerk.
He rolls a 21.
Well, yes, that hits.
It does 8 damage.
Ow.
It blows out the back left window, and it hits you somewhere on your body.
Ow.
It's Hirkir's turn.
Hercule's turn. Okay, how far away is that jerk from me?
It's about 10 feet.
Alright, I'm going to infest him.
They roll a 13.
Ha! They do not succeed! They take 5 points of poison damage. And flee to the east.
Once again, this motorcyclist swerves a little bit to his right, and now he's within 5 feet of you. Sirius, ahead of you see this line of halfling children. They're all holding hands and crossing the street. It's very quaint.
Are they in adorable uniforms?
Yeah, they have like the safety uniforms.
Nice.
That's really the only reason that you can see them. They're like so tiny that it's like...
Yeah, it's like the halfling children. They're like a foot tall.
Yeah. To the right and to the left, you see several parked cars.
And where are we?
About to slam into these halfling children.
I would like to avoid the halfling children.
Yeah, what do you do exactly?
Since we're hovering, so I'll use one of the cars on like the left or the right. I'll use the car on the... Which way did Rork go? Was it to the left or the right or forward?
He just kept going.
Okay. I'll use one of the cars on the left to gain kind of leverage, and I'll swerve our car to the left, and so we use the car as a ramp to fly over the children and continue after Big Bad Rork.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
This might be one of the more important dexterity checks Sirius makes. Okay, that's good. It's a 23.
Yeah. You're able to swing a quick left on top of this car that's parked near the crosswalk, and you use it as a ramp, because your vehicle levitates, to fly over the children. The children are like in slow motion, like pointing at you as you fly over them.
Joey, I'd like to can I revise it to using the car on the right, so that like in slow motion I could look at the children and like wink at them? And like being a police officer is cool kind of way.
Alright, fine. Go ahead and do a charisma check while you do that.
Okay. Cha. So it'll be 15.
Yeah, the kids are like, ooh, ah.
I want to become a police officer just like her one day. And I'm like, stay in school!
We're a little bit out of order, but the motorcycles and the Crown Vic are also going to try and avoid the children because they're not monsters.
I mean, they're monsters on the outside. They're not monsters on the inside.
Yeah. The one of the motorcyclists, the one that was in the back and is now on the left, is thrown off by the fact that you just like swerved right and like flew over a bunch of children. He's going to attempt to do the same thing, but instead he just slams into the car that's parked on the left. And he like face plants through the windshield of the car.
Ooh.
This is why you wear your seatbelt.
The other motorcycle and the Crown Vic follow your lead and use the same vehicle as a ramp, avoiding the halfling children. As the Crown Vic flies over, the Knoll driver also does a thumbs up, and he's gonna roll a charisma check.
Beat criminals!
Yeah, he rolled a 5. The children are less amused.
Crime doesn't pay!
At the top of the order, Rork makes a hard right and heads down not a street. It's actually a wide pedestrian stairway that leads down to another street. All throughout are various food stands and carts, and he just starts blasting through them. He actually rolls a nat 20. He does not start blasting through them. He expertly avoids all of them.
He's so good at driving.
Like a bull in a china shop.
Yeah, Nick Klaus.
So, who is currently pursuing us? Just one motorcycle and one Crown Vic?
Yeah,
And the motorcycle is the one I hit before, right? Or is this a different one?
it's a different one now.
Okay, I'm going to change targets to the Crown Vic, and Niklaus will attempt to pew-pew him with a ray of frost from his magic pistol.
Nice.
Oof. 8 plus 2 is 10.
A 10 does not hit.
The pew-pew misses.
Yeah, you hit another vegetable stall.
God.
The guy's like, hey!
We're hoping the frozen fruit and vegetable market.
No, keep for longer that way.
The Crown Vic shotgun dude is going to open fire again against your car.
It's going to disintegrate while we're in the air, isn't it?
Yep. He rolls a 13 damage against it. The magic missiles slam into the chassis again, and you can feel the entire thing shuddering.
Or we're going to hit the ground, and then it's going to disintegrate.
QQ, from your position in the back, you see that the back bumper has fallen off now, and there's like other paneling that is now missing.
We're taking damage. The car might not last too much longer, guys.
I tap the dashboard. I'm like, just a little bit longer, baby. Just give me a little bit more.
The dashboard falls out of the car.
Oh, no.
The motorcycle bro is going to roll up, and he's going to try and blast you, Hirker.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
He rolls a 12.
That hits.
It does 8 damage. Yeah. Having been hit from the other side, you're now hit from this side, and now you're just frosty as the blue-white light hits you.
Ooh.
And it's your turn.
How close is he to me?
He's about 10 feet.
Okay. I am going to use my wild shape feature to do symbiotic entity, and I gain temporary hit points.
Whoa.
I gain 20
Whoa.
temporary hit points,
Guys are so simpatico.
which may keep me alive for another round or two. And that's my action.
Okay. Sirius, go ahead and do a dexterity saving throw to avoid all the food stalls.
It's an 8.
You run into at least 5 of them.
I'm sorry, I support small businesses generally.
Each time you hit one, like, all the wood and the paneling, like, hits your car, and at some point, some coverings cover up the windshield.
Oh, nice.
And you're now temporarily blinded for driving. And now's your turn. You can do whatever you want.
Can I turn the windshield wipers on?
You can try. I'll give it to you as a bonus action. You tried to turn the windshield wipers on, and it does nothing. The sheet is, like, too big.
Okay, I'll use my turn to attempt to like reach out and remove the sheet covering the car.
Yeah, go and do another dexterity check.
Oh, I rolled the same thing. Okay.
Meanwhile, you're still, like, crashing into things as you, like, head down these stairs. It's a rough ride for everybody involved.
That'll
Yeah, there's like moments where you're just, like, free falling for a couple of feet.
It's very terrifying. Cirrus is fine, though. She's remaining calm.
Her training covered this.
Yeah. That's a 5, by the way.
You're unable to pull off the cloth from the windshield.
Huh. Fellas, we might have a problem. I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Rork heads in a certain direction, but you're not exactly sure where because you can't see. It's Niklaus's turn.
Did Niklaus see which direction Rork went?
No, I'm assuming you're inside the car, and it's covering the entire windshield, so if you're sitting inside the car, you don't really know.
I was shooting at the Crown Vic, so I was like leaning out, but I would have been facing the opposite direction. So Niklaus, hearing Cirrus say that there was a problem. What's the problem? He yelled.
I can't see!
Why not?
Turn around!
Niklaus turns. Oh, just stick your head out the window.
Oh! I do that.
Niklaus turns back to the back end. Seeing the Crown Vic tearing up the fantasy Land Rover, he used one of his few remaining spells to cast Chaos Bolt at the vehicle.
Yeah.
All right. Much better. 19 to hit.
A 19 hits the vehicle. From here, you can actually also see the driver and the shotgun dude.
I'm going to try to use the hex. So I'll target the shotgun dude so that the curse will affect him.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit the shotgun dude?
Yeah.
Great. So it does 14 psychic damage to the shotgun dude.
Mm-hmm.
As the chaotic warbling orb, the chaotic warbling orb shoots out of the Magitech pistol and hits the guy with the shotgun, hopefully preventing him from further damaging the vehicle.
Yeah, it hits him. It hits him pretty hard, and he has to take a second and like sit back inside the car.
I don't know how much more this car can take before it gives up the ghost.
Meanwhile, the guy with the shotgun reloads his gun, and the Crown Vic follows. The motorcycle that is abreast of you guys, he's going to speed up a little bit, and he's going to try and shoot at Cirrus. past Niklaus.
Wow.
And he rolls a 17.
He misses Cirrus.
It goes through the passenger window, flies past Niklaus, flies past Sirius, and then shoots out the other side, also hitting another vegetable stand.
There's plenty of vegetable stands in the city.
Not really, though.
Not anymore.
Not after this.
And it's back to Hirkir.
Okay. Is there just the one motorcycle around us now?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to infest him. I'm going to attempt to infest him.
He rolls a 8.
He does not make it. He takes 7 points of poison damage and moves 5 feet in a westerly direction.
Yeah, he gets really close right up next to you, Niklaus, right against your door. Sirius.
Does using Niklaus's solution help me see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shockingly.
They didn't say I could. That this wasn't part of the manual. Okay. I attempt to locate Rork.
You see that at the base of the stairs, he has made a right, and you just see the tail end of his car.
I pursue.
Yeah. You do the Tokyo Drift as you hit the main street from the stairs, and you continue to follow Rork.
Are you considering that as an action?
No.
Okay. Are any of the pursuers next to me directly?
To you or to the car?
Like me specifically?
No.
Okay. I'll use my action to dodge.
Okay.
Try to, for the car.
Mm-hmm. Seriously, with your head stuck outside the window, you see Rork drive past a set of levitating train tracks. 2 sets, actually.
Oh my.
And as he does so, the little bars come down.
Oh, no.
It goes ding, 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 and there's a red light flashing.
Can I attempt to Indiana Jones, like, get underneath and through them in time?
We'll do it on your turn.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Niklaus.
So the guy is like right up against my doorway.
Yeah.
Good time for a shocking grasp.
Yeah, he's within melee range.
Yeah, not really a melee kind of
Niklaus,
guy.
well known as a melee practitioner.
Yeah.
Just hit him with your door, it'll be really cool.
I was thinking about the door, but I was trying to think of any way to give it a little more oomph. Yeah, no, it's gonna just got to be the door. Okay, so Niklaus attempts to open his door and slam it into the bike next to him.
Yeah, go ahead and do an improvised melee attack.
Is he proficient in opening a door? Actually, nobody in this campaign is. Never mind.
We are extremely bad at opening doors, that is a fact.
And I rolled a 6, so that'll be an 8.
It gets stuck. You forget to unlock the door.
Yeah, your first instinct is to try and hit him with the door, but it's actually locked, and in the second that it takes you to unlock the door and attempt to hit him again, he's already, ready to dodge. He sees you trying to hit him with the door, and he pulls out his pistol, and...
With my movement, I duck behind the door window to try to provide myself some cover.
Alright. Seeing you take cover, the motorcyclist is going to shoot at Sirius instead, and this time he rolls a 23.
Well, that's a hit.
And the Ray of Frost hits you for 3 damage. It flies over your head, Niklaus, exactly where your head was 3 seconds ago.
Moments before.
Nicholas, I'm so glad I ducked. That would have been a third of my remaining health.
The shotgun bro, he has finished reloading, and he opens fire again. This time doing 11 damage to the car.
How much longer can this car hang on?
It's not looking too good. And it's back to Hirkir.
Alright, I'm going to infest the motorcyclist by Niklaus. Or try to.
Yeah. They roll a 17.
They succeed. Nothing happens. They remain uninfested.
Yeah. Sirius, as you approach the 2 train tracks, you see one train coming from the left and one train coming from the right. And they're going to perfectly intersect at some point in front of you.
Is there a narrow window that I can try to blow through it?
Yeah.
All right, I say, here goes nothing. And I floor it. And this is the end of the podcast.
So this is where we get isekai into another world after being hit by a train.
Into a fantasy world. It's not Truck-kun, though.
Train Kun is his friend.
The unknown cousin of isekai beginnings. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check to thread the needle on the 2 trains.
Oh god. Okay. Okay, that's good. That is good. That is a 23.
Yeah. You blow past the first barrier, And with milliseconds to spare, you thread the needle between the two trains as they're just like about to scissor you in half.
Thank God I read the police car manual.
The motorcycle bro is going to figure something out. He rolls a 14. The Crown Vic rolls an 11. Neither of them are able to make it past the train.
Alright, now it's just Rork.
And by
did it-
unable to make it through, does it mean that they get squished?
We can say the Crown Vic smashed into the side of one of the trains. The motorcycle bro was able to stop, but he's unable to continue chase.
He's doing the stare through the gaps as the train goes by.
Yeah, he's staring through the windows.
Guys, I've never felt so incredible before. This is what it truly means to live.
Well, as long as we don't lose track of Rork, that's the whole reason we're in this chase to begin with.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to destroy him. I mean, yeah, I see him. He's right up there.
Okay, I'm just gonna rest a bit. I'm a little banged up.
Same.
Rork continues to drive, and he finally pulls into a parking garage at speed. He's like Tokyo drifting up this parking garage. At this point, I think you guys are about 30 feet behind. Here.
So we just have Rourke ahead of us now?
Yeah, except you guys are basically doing circles up a parking garage.
Okay, so I can't really see anything.
The gust of winds kick up a bunch of dust as you guys do donuts up to the top floor of the parking garage.
Well, without really a lot to do, I will cast guidance on Saris.
Sirius, it's your turn.
Okay, so we're 30 feet-ish behind Rork, and we're kind of just going up to the top of a parking garage.
Yeah. Every time you have, every time you guys make another circle up, because it's a parking garage that has, those ramps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sirius says, "Can I grab one of your guns?"
Oh, mine. It doesn't work. I just pretend because I'm using magic.
Oh, that's a really good trick.
You can use mine.
Thank you.
So casual.
When you're not busy, can you hand me that? Okay, Sirius. Yep. Yeah, Sirius will try to shoot the levitation mechanism on Rourke's car.
Okay.
Sirius hasn't attacked anything this session, so it's time for some Houston.
It's time.
Yeah. While driving, you stick your head out the window and your gun, and you attempt to shoot.
When you put it that way.
You shoot a very specific part of the car. Go ahead and roll your attack with disadvantage.
Okay, so it'll either be a 20 or 18.
That hits.
Pew!
Pew, 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 pew.
I cock my head and squint. It zooms in on my face, and then I pull the trigger, and I'm like, bam!
Yeah, the blue-white beam of frost hits one of the levitating mechanisms and freezes it up.
Oh, I rolled an 8. So 8 cold damages.
Yeah, Rourke's car takes the first damage of the entire session.
Look, we're doing our best here.
I was confident we would just catch up to him.
Yeah.
Rork reaches the top of the parking garage and then drives off the side.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god!
He's suicidal!
As you near the edge, you see that he's driving down a series of slanted rooftops down a hill.
This seems very dangerous.
He's
Wow.
just driving through, all these clotheslines, rooftop barbecues. What else do people have on rooftops?
Gardens.
Some hot tubs, some gardens.
A pool.
Bamboo.
Niklaus, it's your turn. Yeah, there's so much bamboo for some reason. It's really weird.
Yeah. Nicholas looks out the front. He says, okay, this chase has gone on long enough. Let me see if I can end it. And he'll cast Chaos Bolt at 3rd level. Try to stop the car. That'll be a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Alright. See what type of damage it is. Well, the car will either have to take psychic damage or fire damage. So I guess fire damage it is. And see how much. Okay, so it's 17. So Niklaus looks out the front. He aims his magic pistol, and on the tip of it, like a Kamehameha ball, a warbling mass of energy forms that kaleidoscope of different colors until it settles on a red, orange, flickering flame-like, and it shoots out. And when it hits the car, it envelops the entire car in flames.
Yeah. Rourke's entire silver fantasy levitating Land Rover, it's a lot of words, ignites on fire.
Whoa.
Fortunately, there's no gasoline in it because it's magic.
Yeah.
so.
Meanwhile, he's still driving through people's rooftop belongings. and random things are just catching on fire.
He's just super fast drying some of the laundry. It's fine.
Yeah, he's got full Ghost Rider at this point. Here, it's your turn.
How far ahead?
I think about 30 feet.
I was really disappointed in those dice rolls. I had 2 1s on the dice.
Oh. Well, I'll just cast Infestation on Rork.
He rolls a 19.
Well, he's fine then.
Yeah, it's hard to see where Rork exactly is with the fire and the tinted windows and the car moving around.
Yep.
And Sirius, it's back to you.
Sirius spares a second to glance at Hirkir and Niklaus and nods at them,
What does that even mean?
and then pursues Rork.
Niklaus has no idea what the nod's for, but he nods back.
Knowing that me and my friends are in complete agreement, I give chase and follow Rork's path.
Yeah. Are you closing the distance?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You close the 30 feet and you're right up on Rork's flaming bumper.
Nice. It's time we took care of business.
At the top of the order, Rork is going to see if he can maintain control of his flaming vehicle. And he does, actually. He rolls a 15.
He's so good.
Niklaus, it's your turn.
So, Niklaus, seeing Rork ahead of him, tries to focus his magical energies to cast Mage Hand inside the vehicle, and he attempts to use that Mage Hand to pull the emergency brake lever.
Yeah, go ahead and do an Arcana check.
It's a 23.
Yeah. Unbeknownst to Rork, as he's trying to focus on driving his flaming, levitating fantasy Land Rover, your mage hand appears inside the vehicle and reaches for the emergency brake. And with your level of magical deftness, you're able to grab a hold of it, and with its 10-pound pull strength, you pull the emergency brake.
Our car slams into his car. Both cars disintegrate.
Yeah, the Rork's vehicle makes a sudden stop, and everybody go ahead and do a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. I got a 4.
It's going to be an 11.
15.
Niklaus, you pull the emergency brake lever on Rork's car, bringing his vehicle to a sudden halt. Sirius, with your quick reactions, you slam onto the brakes, and you brace yourself.
I'm braced.
Hirkir and Niklaus, however, you guys put your seatbelts on, right?
Oh yeah.
We did, yeah.
I
Yeah,
made
okay, cool,
absolutely
cool.
sure that
Yeah.
they did.
I said that at like the very beginning.
This is your second PSA of the day from Adequately Advanced Magic. Always wear your seatbelt.
I was following the manual. I told him to do it, so so this is all because
when
of me.
conducting fantasy chase scenes. But you, Hirkir and Niklaus, you guys are not able to prepare yourselves, and it's like the slow motion when one car hits another in like the test dummies.
Yep.
Yeah, we jerk forward into
Yeah,
the...
you jerk forward into the seatbelt, and it hurts.
Yeah.
And you guys take 4 damage each.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Sirius, your vehicle slams into the back of Rork's vehicle, and Rork's vehicle flips over.
Whee!
It does several rolls off the last rooftop, and it smashes into the ground.
Whee!
Meanwhile, your Land Rover continues off the rooftop and lands onto the street, and then it smashes across into a nearby building, and then it sputters.
Oh no.
Yeah. Rork's vehicle is upside down, and from the flames, you see the driver's side door open, and Rork climbs out.
Are we in real time now?
Yeah.
I say to the gang, I think that's all this thing has left in it. Let's go talk to our friend. Unbuckle my seatbelt.
Okay, sounds good.
I cut myself free from my seatbelt.
I calmly unbuckle my seatbelt.
Yeah. As the three of you stumble into the street, in the distance you hear police sirens. You see that Rork has dragged himself against one of the buildings nearby.
Sirius will walk over to him if that's possible.
Yeah.
I'll head over. Yeah.
Yeah, we all head over. Niklaus on the way, like, coughs up some blood and wipes his mouth.
Yeah. As bad as you look, Niklaus, when you see Rork, he's looking even worse. It's not looking too good for him.
Am I up to him?
Yeah.
All right, I go up to him and I'm like, Rork, it doesn't have to be this way. You could just tell us what's going on with Valerie and what's going on with the plaza and stop harassing the plaza, and I'm sure we could work out a favorable arrangement.
At this point, he's gurgling up blood.
I mean, I don't have any spells, but Can I do anything with medicine?
Yeah, you can try and stabilize him.
Okay, I will try to do that. 22.
Yeah. You see that he's suffered several burns and puncture wounds and blunt force trauma from his fantasy levitating Land Rover landing on its roof. What was your intent with the medicine check?
I mean, if there was something I could do to stabilize him so he wouldn't die immediately, that would be my objective, so that we could interrogate him.
Yeah. With the 22, you recall the brief other life that you lived from the Walkman recording disc. And you patch him up pretty decently. Rork coughs up some blood. The sirens grow closer and closer to where you are.
Guys, I think we should get him out of here. I think we should take him back to the plaza.
It's a good idea. We don't know what Valerie told the police. It could have been a bunch of lies.
My thoughts exactly. Normally I would be willing to take him to the police station, but I needed to figure out what's going on with Valerie first before I feel comfortable doing that. So I'd like to pick him up and runs down the nearest alleyway out of sight.
Hercule limps after her.
Yeah, Nicholas is hobbling along.
The three of you book it down an alleyway, leaving behind
2 smoking SUVs.
Yeah, two destroyed levitating fantasy Land Rovers. And you head into the darkness of the city. Hey everyone, this is Joey, your somewhat okay dungeon master. Hope you enjoyed our chase session. No fruit or vegetable vendors were harmed in the making of this podcast. If you liked it, be sure to share the episode with friends and family, or anybody else who you think might like the podcast. Join us next week as Hirkir, Niklaus, and Cirrus figure out how to get home.